Hello, Deacon Susan here. This is Advent 2's Tradition Around the World. This week, we are making German Pfeffernüsse, which are German spice cookies. These are popular around Christmas time in various parts of Europe. In Germany, they have a tendency to use more spice, but they also exist in Denmark, in Sweden, and in other Dutch-speaking countries. There is a pepper note to these cookies because it uses black pepper and anise. So depending on your comfort level of your spices, you might need to adjust according to what you think you and your family's needs are. The exact age of these cookies really isn't known, but it probably dates back to the Feast of St. Nicholas, when children received special gifts in order to prepare for Christmas. And remember, St. Nicholas is one of our saints who often had gifts for the poor. His goal was to help support the poor. So he often had gifts of food, and it over the years has turned into the tradition of Santa Claus. This cookie has probably existed as part of the Eastern Europe, of the European Christmas celebration since the 1850s. So it's a little bit old. And there's variations on how to make it depending on which part of Germany you're from. Some parts of Germany like to use more orange peel. Some like to use almond. Some like to use more nut flavors. Of course, this one is the more spicy, peppery flavor. So I have all of my dried ingredients already mixed together. This recipe says it does make 40 cookies. So if you don't want that many, you can half it. It's 3 cups of flour, a 3/4 teaspoon of salt, baking powder, baking soda, allspice, mace, cardamom, a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, an 1/8 teaspoon of anise, ground anise, not star anise, ground anise, 1 cup of heated honey, 3 tablespoons of melted shortening, an egg, and then there's also ingredients for the icing. So I have all my dry ingredients together. I'm going to quickly put my wet ingredients in. And so I am curious, while I'm doing this, what traditions your family has. Do you have any family recipes that date back from times long ago, or do you have any traditions from the heritage of your family? Because we know not everyone is from America. So if you have any traditions, I would love to hear them. You can email them to me. You can send me pictures of your families making your annual traditions. And once we have the batter all together, it's going to sit 10 minutes to harden, and then we're going to roll into 3/4 balls and bake for 12 minutes, and then we'll dip them in a it looks like it's a honey and confectioner's sugar icing. So I will be coming back at the end once they are all baked so we can see what the final product looks like. Hi everyone, I'm back with our completely cooled German Pfeffernüsse cookies. They're German spice cookies. So these have totally cooled, and I have just made my icing. The icing is made with an egg white, 2 teaspoons of honey, a 1/4 teaspoon of anise, and 1.5 cups of confectioner's sugar. And of course, that recipe can be adapted as you please, as well as the spice cookie recipe. If you don't have an ingredient in your home and you don't have time to purchase it, that's okay. You can adapt. Of course, spice cookies do need spice in them, so I would recommend allspice, nutmeg, cardamom, something of that nature. But it's okay to leave and adapt and change things as needed. So, to finish off our cookies, we will just dip our cookies in and then you will want to let them harden and they're ready to enjoy. Baking cookies with kids can be stressful. I have worked with a lot of kids in baking, and you have to have patience, but be prepared for mess, but be prepared for lots of fun as well as the kids learn their skills and develop. It doesn't have to be perfect. No, we aren't professional bakers, so nobody's worried about that. Just as long as your family is having fun and making cookies the way that you like them, that's great. If you want to leave the icing off, totally okay with you. If you want to change the spice, that's fine as well. But I hope that you will attempt to experience a tradition this Advent season that might be outside of your norm with the German spice cookies or the German Pfeffernüsse cookies. I hope that you have a great week and look forward to seeing you in Advent 3. And as always, if you have pictures to share of your family with your own traditions or working on Advent and a kit, please send those to me or post them to our Facebook page. I would appreciate it very much. Thanks.